Hey, Libra, 2023 February is going to be an amazing month where the Lord of your sign is going to love you up to do with health, work, pets, tendencies, and debt relief, perhaps, as well as you're going to experience a sense of moving forward. Everything is going ahead because all planets are direct and, in fact, moving rather quickly. We're going to start by talking about Venus, especially, but before we get going, if you are new to my channel, my name is Lori Lothian. I'm a traditional Western whole sign house astrologer using the tropical Western zodiac. I also use asteroids and some tools from sidereal or Vedic astrology. I also love using fixed stars when it's appropriate. And if you're new here, hit the like button and subscribe. And the notification bell is important because I do these flash contests. And if you get notified that I'm going to do a premiere and you come into the chat room with me, I'm giving away readings. And I've given away five readings in the last 6, 7, 8 weeks. And I just decide when I feel like I'm in the mood and I give away prizes. So check me out. Maybe you want to win some stuff from me. Now let's get going. And look at my description box. I've got classes. My website is in my description box. People go like, how do I get a reading with you? Dudes, everybody on YouTube puts all their information in the banner or in the description box. All the stuff you need to know about studying with me. Sky Reader starts Be Your Own Astrologer, Time Your Best Life, 8-week course, limited enrollment. Get on the wait list, starts in March. If you always want to do enough astrology to be your own astrologer, check it out. Patreon gets all of my videos first. That community gets ad-free content, sometimes up to 2 weeks before you guys see it. I'm recording on January 22nd. You won't see this at least until the 25th of the month. Why not get it ahead of the curve without ads? And Zoom meetings and discount codes for readings with me, a bunch of perks by being on my Patreon community. $5 a month. All right, let's get rolling and talk about your life. Venus, the Lord of your sign, moving into Pisces will be important. She gets there on January 26th. It doesn't leave until February the 20th. This is a time where she's exalting your sixth house of health and work stuff. Also debt, also dating, also pets, also leases and tenancies, also colleagues and co-workers, because she trines your midheaven or your 10th house, depending on your whole sign house, but trines your 10th house and sextiles your house of income and possessions. It often looks like a time where you're potentially going to get an elevation, a promotion, a raise, some luck from a female in the workplace. Enjoy your work more. Even if you're self-employed, enjoy the routines of your work. Find your health feeling better, finding more pleasurable ways to exercise to improve your health, finding the perfect ideal pet, dating the perfect person that really turns you on, because this is a dating house and she's exalted and she rules romance and love. So this is exciting and it happens every year, but you get this kind of window of time, usually about 3.5 weeks, and here it is again. So it kind of comes down after around the 20th. That's when she's done with that story in February, but enjoy that ride, okay? And as she's going through this part of your sky and creating this story for you, she does a couple of touch points while she's in Pisces with other planets. So let's start off with the 4th and the 5th-ish of the month, where she's squaring Mars. Now, a square from Venus is never always like a bad thing. When a benefic planet, like benefic meaning good, like Venus, does a square to any other planet, it can often be quite exciting and positive. And this is like Mars in your 9th house and Venus in your 6th house. So this could be a hot, sizzling, romantically fired up energy with somebody that you meet in an academic environment, or that you meet on a trip, or has a connection to a foreign land or shore. This can definitely look like dating somebody of a different culture or religion and feeling the sparks are flying. This is also the possibility of some kind of exciting work developments through travel or education that are just, totally like sizzling and exciting for you, and you're really passionate and turned on by it. So there's all of that. And, this is happening with Mars in your 9th house, where he's been going now since August through that part of your sky. Now, it may have helped you make clear decisions around changes of direction regarding the themes of legal matters and third marriages and academia and book publishing and foreign shores and travel and religious faith. All these things have been up for renovation and discrimination, and sometimes changes of mind, direction, and momentum. With Mars there since last August. But anyway, he is now in direct motion since January 12th, and you're moving forward in that part of your sky, and Venus is adding her 2 cents from your 6th house. So, I mean, for some of you, it definitely looks like an opportunity for a foreign trip, and you may take it on the 4th and 5th of February, or plan it, or be able to get it in motion. And it's exciting and it's pretty positive. I don't know what I can say. It doesn't look too harsh to me. It looks pretty darn sweet. Moving into the next part of the narrative, then Venus, because she's your gal, right? Lord of Libras and Taurus people. Venus will come into a very flow called a sextile to Uranus around the 7th and 8th of the month of February. This is a lucky break around love and money stories coming out of the 8th house of chunky money. This could be an inheritance. This could be a tax rebate. This could be some exciting stock market development where something you purchase takes off and you're killing it. This could be money from something to do with relieving a debt suddenly, ability to pay down a debt all at once. This is like if you're looking to buy a house or get a mortgage with Mercury still traveling through Capricorn, this could be the perfect time to secure the financing or the mortgage in exciting and surprisingly easy and wonderful ways that benefit you, or to find a tenant to rent a property that you own. All of that is possible for you in this window around the 7th and 8th. And just before that, on the 6th and 7th, with Mercury still in Capricorn since December the 6th all the way through to February the 11th. You could find yourself definitely in a little window, a little smidgen of time here in that first week of February, where you're sealing the deal about purchases and sale of property, leasing and buying and selling of property, renting a place out or being the renter, the leasee. All these themes are highly auspiciously exciting the first week of February. Now, if you want a pet too, some of this could involve the idea of bringing a pet into your home. Maybe the whole energy here is excitement because Mercury is also, while he's in Capricorn, sextiling Neptune in the house of pets. So the dream pet or the opportunity to have a pet and the landlord says, okay, we changed the policy, bring a pet in. Some of you honestly will get new pets out of this deal. The new perfect pet, hopefully not a goldfish, something a little more snuggly. I say goldfish because your house of pets is a water sign. Oh my God, yeah, I got myself a new frog. Okay, okay, let's keep on going. And then Venus is basically, well, still in the sign of her exaltation, blessing you in your 6th house. Venus is conjuncting Neptune on Valentine's Day. What a romantic Valentine's Day for the world. Neptune and Venus together are like higher love, exalted in Pisces, soulmate love, divine complement, twin flame energy. It's happening around the 24th degree of Pisces on the 15th, 14th, 15th, 16th of February. You might just, if you're a single, because this is the dating house and you're a Libra, this could be the dream date. This could be the like, okay, I just found my one, my person, this is it. So that's going to happen. What can you do with it? It will or won't happen. But for some singletons, this is like a really good time for a date. Or if you're already in a relationship, then there's a really sweet time with the one you love and could really strengthen the relationship in some way. Now, technically with Venus in your dating house, right, conjuncting Neptune in your dating house, that is a story. It could really be cool, but it could also be the perfect acquisition of a pet, the dream debt repayment plan. So Valentine's doesn't always have to be this kind of combination of love story, but it can definitely look like something very sweet in the world of dating. There's no doubt about it. And with Saturn leaving your romance house in March, where he's been heavy and heavy-handed ever since, like, honestly, March of 2020, but more earnestly at the end of December of 2020, you might have felt your sexuality, your romance, your dating, your joy of life, your vitality, your enthusiasm, your fun, all of that was kind of like, there was a Saturnian squash all over it, like squashing it, repressing it, constraining it. And now this is about to change. So this can also be auspicious to see that just before, Saturn leaves your 5th house, and it could also dampen the attempts to get pregnant should you've been trying to do that. As Saturn leaves your 5th house, then these sorts of romantic depression energies begin to lift. And around the 15th of the month, Saturn has gotten out of there. And now you've got this kind of dream Neptune Venus vibe, your 6th house. So it could be like after beleaguering your romance, in comes the perfect person in the month of February. Oh, sorry, Saturn leaves on March the 7th, I should say. So he's still there, but you've got some good news coming from the Valentine's time frame. Now, let's keep going and talk a little bit now about the last thing Venus is going to do. And I'm focused on her because she's your person. And then we'll fill in the blanks for other areas I've just ran over and jumped ahead on. Venus is going to make a contact with Pluto. And Pluto's anaretic, meaning he's at the 29th degree of your 4th house of home and real estate, property and land, ancestral line, mother and mother figures, home base. And Pluto here is intense. He's very turbulent at 29 degrees. He's very intense. He's very, some people say the shadow side of Pluto. I don't know if that's true. Venus is a benefic and she's softening him. She's soothing him back, looking over her shoulder behind her at Pluto. And she'll be at that 29th degree of exaltation of your sixth house. So in this case, around the 18th, 19th or so of the month of February, you could expect some positive, exciting news or developments to go on around home and property, leasing and renting, buying and selling, debt and debt removal, mortgages and mortgage things, investments in home, home and legacy wealth, things like that. And it's positive because Venus is like activating Pluto, and this is a wealth union anyway. Venus Pluto bring wealth, so this is positive developments with great potency around the themes I just mentioned. We're going to backtrack a bit now and talk about Mercury, because he's another story that's big this month. And this is a month in which Mercury is going to move on February 11th out of the sign of Capricorn. That's your real estate house, remember, your home, where he's been since December 6th. On the 11th of February, he moves into Aquarius. Now, this is your fertility house for pregnancy, if you're a woman, and therefore you could definitely be having some news that you're pregnant. I hope that would be welcome news. With Uranus squaring your fertility house, this could be unexpected, but hopefully it's welcome news that you're pregnant. If that's not what's going on, then Mercury here, and if you're a man, it could be about your person. They could be telling you they're pregnant. But the fifth house is about your actual children that you have, not just the conception of them. So if you have kids, this is news that your kids could be telling you, interesting developments, maybe a bit of shocking news, because eventually Mercury moving through Aquarius will square Uranus. So there could be, oh my God, exciting, unexpected, a bit shocking news regarding your kids, maybe things that were a little hidden, secret, they weren't telling you. That's true for some of you Libras, okay, for sure, Libra rising especially. You know, if you have your own business and you're an entrepreneur, which I do, then you're going to find that this could be Mercury marketing and merchandising energy, amplifying your ability to succeed in your entrepreneurial or head of your own business in energies. When he's here from February 11th to March 2nd, you might be getting things off the ground or really being inspired by the muse, hearing the muse speak to you and feeling really more juiced up about new ideas you have for your business and creativity. Mercury here is not in a dating house, in a romance house. And you'll be there till March 2nd, right? Don't forget, we got that dreamy date that could happen for some of you on Valentine's Day. So if you're single, this will be like Mercury saying, oh yeah, and then by the way, from February 11th to March 2nd, good energies going on in communication with somebody in a romantic setting or in a new romance is blossoming here. Mercury here is exalted in the modern astrology system in the sign of Aquarius, in some people's opinion anyway. So he's in good stead. He's powerful in your fifth house of the muse. So there's nothing I would say that could be particularly negative about him here. Honestly, it looks really, really positive. Leisure trips and travel belong to the fifth house. Mercury is a patron protector of travelers. He also rules your house of foreign lands. Some of you Libra, sun, moon, and rising people are looking at planning or taking a trip. Maybe just the planning stages here, or February 11th to March 2nd, you'll be able to take that journey maybe to a foreign shore. So let's see what happens, Libras. Maybe that'll make a lot of sense as time progresses. Mercury will also, we're going to go back and talk about him now, earlier in the month. Okay, so we're going back in time, sextile Neptune around the 6th and 7th of March. That's just around the time that you're getting that happy money or love surprise from Venus on the 7th and 8th. Just before that, Mercury sextiles Neptune. Neptune's in the house of pets and dating. Mercury's in the house of home and land. This looks like it could be good news about buying, selling, leasing, or renting a property, or again, things to do with the dream pet in that regard. Later on, Mercury will also, being Mercury, move into a placement of connecting with, let me find the exact date for you, Pluto on the 10th of the month. Now, Pluto is at the 29th anaretic degree of your fourth house of property and real estate. Mercury rules marketing, merchandising, selling, negotiating deals. This could be finding the ideal tenant, the perfect renter, the perfect purchaser, the perfect deal to sell a property. You could come out of the blue because Uranus in the house of mortgages and chunky money is squaring all of this. You may not expect, I mean, trining all of this is a positive surprise. Oh my God, the perfect, someone just walked up to my house, knocked on the door and wanted to buy it. Or I just heard about the perfect rental opportunity or something like that, or the perfect person to rent my place, these sorts of themes. So that's happening for you with courtesy of the Pluto Mercury moment on the 10th or so of the month of February. Also, moving forward in time a little bit here, Mercury will sextile the god of opportunity. Mercury will be now in your 5th house, sextiling Jupiter in Aries in your 7th. Now, back to pregnancy for you, men who are with a woman or women who are Libras. Jupiter is a sperminator. He makes babies. He's in the 7th house of your partnership and marriage or significant relationship. He's also going to look back at his shoulder to that Mercury, or Mercury looks over to him from the pregnancy house, and that could be news and disclosures around pregnancy and conception stories between the 15th to the 18th of the month. Now, it could also be good news about your independent business, finding a new business partner for your business, getting a new exciting client or outreach or audience person, like a powerful person, meeting a new teacher that can help you develop greater wisdom around your business, or a teacher who teaches you how to refine a new skill or hobby. So those are themes that could be happening here, and that window of time with Mercury and Jupiter around the 16th to the 18th. Now, Jupiter is luck and Mercury's in a gaming house like casinos and lotteries. So it could also be a good time just to buy that one gaming thing, the lottery ticket. Mercury can also be ruler of games of chance, and this is the games of chance house. And you've got Jupiter sextiling from the house of contracts and deals. I don't know. There's just something good that could happen there. All right, let's keep on going. Mercury will end up in a square to Uranus, which is a bit gnarly, around the 20th of February to the 23rd, 24th, that first, the third week, okay, the third week of February. And, Mercury will square from Aquarius, Uranus in your 8th house of chunky money. Now, this is inheritances, investments, bank loans, mortgages, money that belongs to your partner, your business and love partner, money you share with that person, shared resources with other people. And here's this bit of a jolt, because Mercury, the messenger and the news god, is, in a square to Uranus. Now, it could look like some unexpected news that you are not wanting to hear or not expecting, but it works out in the end. That's the interesting part. It works out in the end because at the very same time, Mercury is trining Mars in your 9th house. So it can look like at the end of the day, this allows you to move forward in a way that's positive, to do with purpose and true calling and legal matters and education and higher education and foreign lands. But it could be that because it's not expected or necessarily easy for some of you Libra people, there could be some inheritance energy here. Uranus is in the house of inheritances and bequeathments, and then there's news, right? And it could involve money luck, Mercury in the house of money luck, but through someone passing away. Is it lucky? Well, it's lucky you have the money. Is it a great way to get the money? No, you might be shocked about, oh my God, great Aunt Susie passed, but oh, good news, she's given me some money. I'm not sure what to make of the combination of energies. It can be a very positive time, surprising, but also positive around resolving legal matters and contractual agreements that have gone astray, and you could win in courts, or the court judges will favor you in this window of time as well, between like the 20th to 24th of February. If you have adult children, this looks like maybe an announcement that you're going to be a grandparent, if you are a Libra sun, moon, or rising sign. All right, anything else I want to tell you about the sky that I could have missed? I don't think so. I hope that wasn't too short for you guys. I had to start your whole recording over again because I lost my mind, which happens quite often, and started babbling about something that was not even relevant to your sky. Just keep in mind that Venus finishing strong with you, since she's your Lord, February 20th to the end of the month, so you got like the last third of the month, moves into Aries, and that's your 7th house of significant relationship, marriage and partnership, and also clients and audience. Good news is she's meeting Jupiter there, but she really doesn't fully connect with him until the next month, March. So there's some real luck in that part of your sky, but this can definitely look like love announcements or love developments going on here, especially with Mercury in Aquarius. So announcing you're engaged, announcing you're married, announcing you're moving in with someone, or exciting romantic developments that lead to greater commitment. When Venus goes into the seventh house, it can mean women clients, women audience, women partnerships can be formed. You know, Venus is a female energy in the house of other people. Like a good energy here would be a female teacher, coach, guide, leader, because she's teaming up with Jupiter coming into your world sometime in the last 10 days of February into the month of March. So get ready for that as well. I think that's everything. Thanks, Libra. 2023 February is looking pretty good on you. Get ready for March. Check, you want to subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, because I'm going to have like a super long video, probably half an hour for each sign, because it's such an intense month with so much change and you really want to be ready for it. Thanks, Libra. Have a wonderful February 23 and check my description box and subscribe, and you know the drill.